Say something. We're going to start in 5 minutes. So if you want to grab a last drink, go have your bathroom break, grab your seats. Please fill from this side of the room over. And if I can have the judges just sitting at the table for me. All the judges to the table. Bathroom break, come sit down.
See what you did there. And at some point I will say
There's 3 in the middle to the square if you want to share that.
Thank you.
So please grab your seats. Grab your seats. Now there are still a couple of seats up this way. If anyone comes down that end and wants to move this way, please feel free to do so because the teams will be basically in this sort of zone and our judging panel is down this end here. Sweet. Very quick show of hands before we kick off. Who has just arrived at this event and not participated in any other way prior to now? Awesome. Welcome. Hopefully the room doesn't smell too much. Cool. So before we kick off, I'd like to drag Rob up on the stage. Rob is the CEO of CUA, responsible for making this awesome stuff happen. Big round of applause.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we? You reckon we need a sugar hit or not? Fall asleep on me? Okay. Because I think we're hoping to wrap this up by 7. So we're good till then?
Just 7.
Some of us will stay till 9. Others that have been working pretty hard are sleep deprived. So.
I only slept 9 hours in 3 days.
Oh.
What do I say to that? Congratulations. So welcome. I understand that this has caused a certain amount of guidance, but also a certain amount of challenge. So how does CUA provide unique product or service around key life events to attract new members? And you're going to roll all of that up into one. So that sounds fantastic. And thank you very much for that, because we are seriously moving to an experience-based organisation and we have to start somewhere. So this looked like a really good way of doing it. I would like to say thank you to a lot of people. So I'll just go quickly. River City Labs, to Aaron, Peter and Kai. Thanks guys. Wonderful support from some of our sponsors like Amazon Web Design, such for web services, Microsoft, CoreLogic, SMS, AT Kearney, Finity, KPMG Management and Technology, and Telstra. And what is that? The mentors have had a great role. Thank you to the mentors. I presume there were 7, that's how right? More, so 7 members. That's fantastic. Thank you, members. The judges, what a wonderful group of 3. It's one on the way. Yes. Steve's running away. Participants, how about this? All you guys. And thank you for those that aren't CUA team members or members. It's really good of you to be here. But I have to say, fantastic to see so many from CUA here as well. Well done, guys. And of course, we've got the various working groups and volunteers that have helped that as well, which go unsaid, but they've been great too. Would you agree? Yeah. So well done to everyone. I'm really looking forward to hearing what all these 7 ideas are. Thank you for your 54 hours of focus and attention, and some people 9 hours sleep, but for others 9 hours sleep per night. So that's great. We're looking for the ideas and how we can use them, because I have to say that one of the things I'm thinking about is how do we use it? How do we make sure that it doesn't stop at the end of today, but in some way we can make that happen? And so I'm looking, really carefully, or I'd be really keen to see how we can actually implement it into how we do business. Because if it is unique, if it is around key life, and it is around new members, it's got to fit into our sweet spot, surely, doesn't it?
Yes.
So then the question is, how do we do it? And I'm looking forward to taking all those ideas, whether you take a minimum viable product or whether you need to sort of develop it a bit more and hear what it's all about. So thank you for your long-term commitment. 54 hours is long-term, I reckon. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, guys.
how awesome, really charismatic speaker too, so he's going to make me feel terrible. Thank you very much. So very quickly before we kick off, if you need the Wi-Fi details, so if you just landed this evening, want to know social media hashtags, whatever, please quickly take a photo. It is also up on the top of that board over there. But please tweet, post to Facebook, Instagram, everything else, because we are still running the social media competition. So there is a prize. I can't remember what the exact criteria were, but it's a mystery prize which we'll award later as well. So make a lot of noise about this event, please. Every time someone's pitching, post it out, share it, tweet it. Make a lot of noise about this CUA Hackathon event. Cool. So for those of you that weren't here, and even those of you that were, but you can really head down in your own stuff, I want to rehash what we've just been through. So 48 hours ago, Thursday night, 100 plus people in this very room. Over 60 stayed around to actually participate. We had over 40 pitches, actually we had 8 teams form. 1 collapsed, which is in the spirit of Fast Failure, it's awesome. And we have 7 teams actually pitching here tonight. So well done. One key comment, because normally at the end of this night, the people who just come for this night come up to me and say, they call BS. They go, those things were made before this weekend. There is no way that could have been done in 48 hours. Everything you're about to see did not exist more than 48 hours ago. I cannot emphasize that enough. They were ideas, and an open mic, often in fact from the audience, spawned on the back of someone else's ideas. Someone else would jump up and pitch another one. So everything you're about to see has just been created in the last 48 hours. So how did we start? We had some networking. We kicked off. Melissa gave the context of CUA. We had some guest speakers talk about how to actually go about it. We did a bit of brainstorming, so team building exercise, I guess. Lots of pitches. Some of you felt like this when your idea didn't get voted on. You thought it was just like the bee's needs of ideas. We went around, we actually started forming teams. We started strategizing. So in those teams, we actually started coming up with our plan for the weekend. Some of you started writing stuff like this. You came back in the next day. It's always awesome. It's a relief for me when you show up again, which is great. So Friday morning, we did a couple of workshops. So we talked about how don't write a line of code until you go talk to 100 customers and find out what they want. Customer discovery, customer development before product development. Cannot emphasize it enough. We went through this as a metaphor for what you're doing. Don't build what you think a customer wants. Go and find out exactly what they want. We had mentors coming in. Who experienced mentor whiplash? Yes. Lots of mentors. I like that people sort of death stare.
That was a pivot.
Lots more mentors. Oh, and then we had the actual CUA members come in. So we had 20-ish CUA members come in the house. How valuable was that? Yes, one week.
Seriously.
Yes. Absolutely. How many of you had this feeling? Yes. I remember some of you looking at you after you'd spoken to all the mentors and all the members and customers and going, oh crap. I don't know what to do now. So on Thursday night, I talked about what this event is all about. So quick show of hands. Hands up those of you that met at least 10 new people this event. And keep them up if you're going to stay connected after the event. Because it's really important. That's how the peer-to-peer learning happens. Hands up if you learned something this weekend. What if you learned more than 3 things? Yes. I learned about how butterflies are coloured. I can't remember where that conversation. I learned all sorts of things. Hands up if you taught someone something. Fantastic. Hands up if you feel something awesome. Yes, you'll use it. Hands up if you have a new appreciation for this word, pivot. Yes. We already discussed the mental whiplash. Congratulations, you all did it. I made the point on Thursday night that failure are those that don't come to these events, that don't show up in the first place. They go about their day jobs actually thinking that life is going to continue as it is, that disruption is not going to affect them. But you guys actually hung in. So at this point, it's actually impossible for you to fail. Everyone, hands up if you're in this room and you want to be able to tell your kids, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that awesome next thing that goes bigger than Facebook was invented at an event that you were at. That was cool, right? So everyone in this room wants you to succeed. You cannot fail. Even if you screw up your pitch, it doesn't matter. You've actually won already. But all that said, we do have to judge you. So I want to very quickly remind you of this, which I won't draw on anymore because I think Rob hit that one as well. The judging criteria, member validation, how many customers have you spoken to? Have any of them given you revenue already? That would be awesome. User experience, so customer experience around it. The business model, can you articulate every aspect of the business model? And finally, what have you actually built? Technically wise, let's judge it on that. The judges then go away and deliberate. I've got a photo here of the Gold Coast judging event. So very quickly for the pitch format, and hopefully you all have this, you have 5 minutes to pitch. So 1 minute to get your team together and up the front. After that, we do start the timer. 5 minutes to pitch. We will cut you off at the 5 minutes. Please don't keep talking. The iPad timer will be here, so you'll be able to look at it. You'll be standing in this vicinity. You're plugging here. You should have already all done that during the tech check before. One key point, please pitch to the entire audience, not just the judging panel. So don't place like this. Everyone wants to hear what you're talking about. We will also police the 3 minutes of Q&A, and Q&A is only from the judges. Only questions from the judges, please. And so I will cut off judges midway through a sentence, and also you up here, just to make it fair for everyone, so there's an equal play. Awesome. Any questions about how it's all going to work? No? Sweet. I'm going to get the judges to introduce themselves. So unfortunately, Steve backstage is on his way back from talking on the Sunshine Coast. He will be here in a minute. Until then, we have the awesome Peter Ellis, who is the CEO of the Riverside Labs Group.
Yes, thank you for the introduction. I'm Peter Ellis, CEO of Riverside Labs, and I'm much nicer than Steve, but when he comes, he'll obviously take my place, and unfortunately have to disappear. But until then, good luck. It's not easy getting up in front of everyone and delivering a pitch, especially when it's in after an event like this, where you put everything together in 54 hours. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing what you all come up with.
Hi there, I'm Sue Bolton, I'm the Chief Digital Officer for CUA, and like I said on Thursday, I'm just absolutely astounded by how many people turned up and how many people are still here on Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to the pictures, and good luck to everybody who's going to take part tonight.
Hi, I'm Gavin Keeley. I'm unashamed geek and computer scientist. Lived and worked all over the world. At one point was the 6,032nd member of the IT department of a very large financial services company. But the last 5 years I've been doing startup companies right here in Queensland. So I've been up there and pitched, and I didn't always win, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, I'm Rob Hughes-Wade from CUA. I'm the CEO. This is actually my first hackathon, so this is all new to me. And I do feel sorry for any Melbourne AFL supporters in the community, because the highlight of today so far has been Melbourne beating Hawthorn. So that's a fantastic outcome. Don't have Hawthorn supporters.
Sweet. So very quickly, before we forget up and pitch, please don't run away. So afterwards we do a few things. So all the pitches are going to happen. I'm going to steal the judges away while we go and deliberate. You guys get to eat some food and have some drinks. Then we come back and we actually announce all the winners and place getters tonight. We'll also do a group photo of everyone who's participated this weekend. And you need to help us clean up so that Melissa can go home before 1 AM.
That's why I'm staying till 9.
Awesome. So please help us convert this back to a workplace ready for Monday morning. And then for those of you that are keen or alcoholics, we can go and have a drink afterwards. All sweet? Cool. Now, the pitch order. We did have to change a few because I know one of you has to jump on a flight. So this is the updated pitch order. Please remember your team position and the team report. All good? No one has to take a last minute photo. Sweet. Well then let's get started. So where's team number 1? CUA Live. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
I'm staring straight to the camera now.
You know, I looked in front of it.
Dun, 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 dun.
It doesn't say how to catch
If it gets worse, we just need to squeak.
swing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just concerned about
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, good.
Ready?
So,
For time one.
thank you everyone. My name is Manuel Ledesma, and I'm here to introduce you to CUA Live, Solutions for Life Changes. So we are all individuals, we're all members of anything. We have life changes happening at any point in time. So I'm sure you have been familiar with a few of them. Moving a house, or perhaps planning a trip, just trying to go on a holiday, buying your first car or any car, getting your health insurance, maybe buying your first house. And we know that they can be confusing. They are not easy to manage. They might get into a point of stress. You don't want to worry about this kind of stuff. So that's why we're here. We're here to help you to walk through those life changes. Okay? So our solution is an online platform that would actually allow you to manage life events for members with any way the CUA can help you with. In practical terms, it will be a timeline at the top where our members will be able to come in and it will be able to drag and drop life events. From there, we will be matching and we'll figure out the best way to help these members to pass through that life event in the best way we can. So in the case of we have here, it's a trip to Thailand, which by the way, we found people down there dying to get this because they actually were going to Thailand in a few weeks. So they were like, oh, this is awesome, we want this. So if you want to plan a trip, you might know we can offer you a cash passport, foreign exchange, travel insurance, and so on. And by doing so, we'll do our best to provide you some savings. So you can bundle, you can decide what you want, and you can move from there, apply, and vote. We have other options. If you're looking for a home loan, you can see the kind of options that you will see in that case. Now, we know that this is kind of the MVP we want to stay. Moving forward from there, we know that we can actually really smart with these things. So we can use data analytics to predict your behavior and recommend you life changes that people like you might be experiencing at that point in time. Of course, we cannot allow you to opt into this because we know we don't want to be the creepy guys that are checking for you, after you. Okay, perfect.
All right, so who are we trying to target with this platform that we have? We have reviewed some statistics that let us know that the average Australian has their first baby at 28 and then gets married around 30. That's the order from the statistics. I can make it up. They also then start to have their first home and go through other life changes. So we think that age group between 25 and 35, those are the people that we get the most value out of having their products packaged and viewed on this platform. So what are the benefits for these people? We're getting that connection with our members. They're talking to us every day, they're getting advice from us, they trust us. And then they're getting better value because when they buy more than one product from CUA, we're able to cut costs for them and then give them the product at a cheaper price. What is CUA getting out of it? We have subsidiaries, CUA Health and CCI, that are offering insurance. They have the opportunity to cross-sell their products to CUA members. At the moment, we have only less than 5% of our CUA members have CUA Health insurance. In Australia, about 50% of the population have private health insurance. So why aren't we getting the people that have already walked through our door to buy all our products? And then as CUA group, we get to cost cut by breaking down the silos, working together to provide packages to the customers. So we'll have the subsidiaries getting higher margins for these customers, and we'll have CUA providing those services at a lower cost. And we'll be able to push back to the community those benefits. So one of these packages, for example, would be what we're calling HPAS. So HPAS is a packaged home loan and health insurance. We did some analytics on CUA data, taking into account our costs for CUA and CUA Health, and to offer someone
a home loan, we're able to cover the costs of their private health insurance for 3 years. So imagine someone walking into our door and we tell them, we know you're going through this life change. We can give you this value. Take the home loan and we'll take care of your family's safety. We're giving you health insurance at no additional cost for 3 years. So what's next? We've seen that this product is something our customers want. We've talked to over 70 people downstairs, and they agree with us. And it's something they can do in 1 day.
Two questions. How are the recommendations analytically driven in terms of what you want to Thailand? And secondly, how many customers do you test with?
So the recommendations will match the life event that you are tracking. So yes, they will be analytical driven, and the beauty of it that we can also go ahead and say for that age and that life event, these are the kind of things that we would be interested in. And we start validating the problem with around 20 plus people. And then we jump from there with different iterations, and we actually get to talk to around 70 people, if not more.
So do you see this as being a predominantly online service?
So it will be something that's online and can be had in the branch. So when you walk into a branch, the person in the branch has enough information about you to talk about where you are at that point, and online as well.
So have you checked the regulations to find out whether you're allowed to bundle health insurance and home loans together for free? Yes.
Just a quick question, more about the validation in terms of what sort of questions were you asking? How did you actually get that feedback from customers? What were they needing?
Early in the piece, it was around understanding their problems and issues and some of their stresses. Some of the issues that we spoke about were the ones that were being faced by younger people and some of their parents as well. Later on, we actually put the solution in front of them and had a really strong response from people who wanted to use it.
Sorry, I'll come late. The fact that you're packaging your bundling something in, that's a well-used tactic to retain customers. You get 3 more services, their chance of being very low. Right? Is that a really old way to consider a customer? You almost consider it captive. I mean, do you see any perceptions that any perceptions there, the fact that that you're actively bundling? I don't know, it's very completely. That's the real reason to do it. So I mean, so how did you consider that angle to it at all?
So we had a lot of debate about what is this for the members. Kind of the feedback that we got is that a lot of people were getting things just because. So by using this online platform, what we're trying to do is demonstrate the value behind this. So it's not just on the CUA side where we're trying to retain it. Of course, there's a benefit for the business, but we also have a strong alignment to our purpose. We're actually trying to help these members pass through life changes. So demonstrating value is key for us. And we know that we actually, many financial institutions and many people outside that is actually not doing that. It's just putting products and people is taking it because they have.
And what's the benefit for the business? You monetize it?
So you're saying how much the costing and everything about this. So we're, okay, so 400K, we are estimating with cross-selling, we actually be able to get a profit of 60 minutes.
Time's up. Thank you.
That's the worst one.
Awesome, guys. So while taking number 2 is setting up, let's get your attention. Guys, and if you just be quiet, please, while taking number 2 is setting up, the next stage and introduce himself.
Yeah, apologies for being late. I'll allow you proof of the free speaking ticket. Steve Baxter, founder of loans. What did we say? Hello. I hope you have a good weekend. I look forward to having a bit after some thrown away.
Awesome. Big round of applause for CUA Angels.
The CUA Angels want to remove the barriers to taking the first and the hardest step to leading a domestically violent situation for an identified group that we've actually called the Pandoras.
I'm a CUA member, a former victim of domestic violence. Domestic violence doesn't discriminate, but I'm mad that the ecosystem which can and should stop the cycle of domestic violence is broken, and it does discriminate. To leave domestic safely, to start my life over, I had no one to turn to. I wasn't eligible for government or NGO support because of my earnings and shared asset base. Friends and family weren't in a position to support me financially, even short term. I needed help.
From our research, studying reports, articles, conducting face-to-face and online surveys, both internally and externally, we have identified the two biggest obstacles to leading a domestic violence situation: financial security and the preparation to lead, and triggering that first step by having a safe place to go. These were validated through our discussions with staffers on the Royal Commission for Family Violence in Victoria, discussions with four heads of NGOs, liaisons with members of the public, and internal and external reviews with CUA staff members. Several survivors have also been at the heart of the solutions we've developed, and they confirmed that not only were these two the largest issues to address, but that there was currently no private sector or financial institution interest.
We engaged the CEO of a group called Clarion Road, who look after women going through domestic violence and out the outside. And we actually had a discussion about the three types of women who are involved in domestic violence. The first type, she labelled the violence, and these people can actually tap into the government services and support. And the other group, starlets, generally are independently financial and can actually get themselves out of that situation. But the group, the Pandoras, just like Tam, our customer and member of our group, these people need our help. They're educated, they're employed, and they actually have an income stream of their own. They have assets, but all of that is tied up in that relationship they are trying to escape. They will be successful. They will get through this, and they will go on to actually be loyal CUA customers. But we need to know what we can do from now.
To support Pandoras in taking the first step, we've developed two CUA initiatives. The first, a silent transaction account that would not show on your account statements and would not show on your online banking. This will assist Pandoras in their preparation to leave, and then support their financial security on an ongoing and sustainable basis. This allows Pandoras to build a reserve of funds without the fear that their partner will discover their intention to leave. This model is already working overseas in the UK. Our external customer surveys have indicated that there is a desire in the market for preparatory and emergency assistance mechanisms. 25% of survey respondents called out financial security specifically the largest obstacle to leading a situation like this. Our second initiative
is a deferred interest bond that would see CUA facilitate a $2,000 bond to rental tenancy authorities and real estate agents. This allows Pandoras who otherwise would have slipped through the cracks of the government system to take a harder step and leave to find a safer place, where they otherwise would not have had the financial capacity to do so. So how do we know that this works financially? On the deposit side, we've estimated that 4,200 members would take advantage of a silent account, delivering $8 million in deposits over 12 months. On the lending side, taking into account the credit profile of Pandoras, we could take our existing personal loan default ratio of about 0.5%, double it, triple it again, and then double it, and we would still break even. As long as the default rate is below 16%, we can turn a sustainable profit that we would reinvest back into the industry. Additionally, 35% of staff polled indicated they would be willing to contribute to a CUA domestic violence initiative on an ongoing basis. These programs allow CUA to grow deposits and reduce cost of funds, strengthen and grow its lending profile, generate lifetime member value, and acquire new members, as these initiatives are a clear point of difference in the market. To date, both NGO Clarity Road and the Victorian Ministry for Women have indicated that they are open to partnering with CUA to deepen that.
We're at the forefront of opportunity. 1 in 4 people are domestic violence victims. That's 71,000 CUA members. We can make a difference.
How do people know that CUA is a organisation to go to women in distress?
So I think there's a strong already identification of purpose, not only internally but externally. We will facilitate that through a web page on our website that specifically outlines the 2 products. And as part of our business case that we've costed as well, we're factoring in some training development for our frontline staff. There's a longer term proposition as well about potentially bringing in non-finance related expertise to help facilitate that sort of outreach to other community support networks. So Clarity Road in particular is keen to partner and has a strong network for us to tap into there as well.
Do you foresee any legal barriers or hurdles that you'll need to overcome, especially around the silent transaction account?
The one legal barrier that was put up to us was around auditing and ensuring that it was traceable on our end, so from an AML perspective. The advice we've got that that's not an impact to us, so there shouldn't be any impact.
On the validation front, you said you spoke to some people in certain courts and Royal Commission. Did you actually speak to domestic violence with victims?
Correct.
How many tough subjects were here in your business plan? What is that?
Yep, so we had 1 on our team. We had 12 approaches throughout the course of the week. We also had 40 external participants, some of which did identify, so about 10-20% of those identified, and then 60 internal CUA who identified that either them, their partner, their sister had been at some point in their life.
So I'm curious, the 1 in 4, I think that's a big statistic, 1 in 4. So how many, is that domestic violence occasion someone having to leave the house, which it probably isn't, I'm guessing. So I'm looking at market size, in front of boil this down. It's a good point on this, but what is the market size in reality? 1 in 4, obviously someone's going to leave the house.
Yeah, there's actually an example overseas in the UK around these sorts of hidden transaction accounts. 25% of women have an account like that in the United Kingdom, where it's not reportable to their partner. The average balance is about $22,000 there. In terms of target market, even outside of the specific domestic violence piece, a lot of people and a lot of women in particular are using this as a preparatory step.
Presumably, it's that well known, the partners will know as well. Are we putting our staff in such a
No. Good question. So that was raised with us, and you're right, potentially there's our, for no particular reason, but the fact that a person could open an account with us, have their statement suppressed, the other partner will never know. So there's always an alternative mechanism for these people to engage with us. That means that we've reduced the risk to the person. That's the most important thing, if I'm honest with you, but also in terms of our staff members, you know, we deal with abuse partners every day already. So it's about frontline staff.
Really doesn't make me nervous, man, waiting. Big round of applause for Team 3.
So, starting off, how much do you think average real estate agent makes on the sale of each property? I need some volunteers to give me some ideas. Yep. 15, what have we got there? 4%. One more number.
11 grand up.
Okay, 11 grand. We're talking a significant amount there. So it turns out that the average price that a real estate agent makes is about $18,000. Within Australia, last year, 484,000 homes were sold. So let's think about our person here who lifestyle attacking, tackling selling your home. This is a significant market, and when someone goes to sell their home, they've got two options: go through a real estate agent, which is expensive, or do it themselves, which is also really difficult. It's a big asset. You want to make sure you're making the right decisions. So what if there was an intermediary stream? How else could you possibly do this? Over here we've got Olivia. Olivia is a young professional. She's looking at selling her home, and she doesn't 100% know what she's doing. She wants to have the confidence that the decisions she makes is that she's made the right choice, and she wants it to be done as quickly as possible. So what we have created within our team is Home to Home. Home to Home is a sales tool. It's a platform where, as a seller, you have the information that you need. You are engaged with your audience, so your suppliers there, and we can support you through the project of selling your home. We have got we've got a website running with this. Take a look at it. So we want to empower our community. At CUA, we're all about our members, and we want to create a stronger member network. We do that through education. You want to know when you're selling your home, what's the current market like? What do I need to know when I'm selling my home?
what are all the fitting costs? What's actually realistic for what I should be getting? You want to be connected to your buyers and sellers. At the moment, this is done all through external sources. We want to utilize this still. We want to get your property out to the greatest network, so we want to get you connected there. Then there's the tricky parts. When we're doing our market research, but then you have to organize everything as well. What about the home inspections? What about the maintenance? What happens if you have termites going on? You want someone to back you along the way throughout this. Okay, so there's the key 3 pillars that we're looking at in developing with our home platform, enabling our customers, so we can get going with this.
Sure. So basically, we engaged with over 300 people. We went out to 150 people face to face, and we went out to 150 people on surveys. We came back. They said 84% of people would be interested in using this product. We had 70 people sign up for further information. They've given us their email address, they've given their phone. They want to know what this is about. Basically, yeah, that's it. For the seller, we want to make it as easy. We want to make it cheaper for you. For the buyer, you've got the house of your dreams. You can come to the CUA. We want to refer it. We want to send them the leads. We get your data, and we basically pass it on to CUA. And
by guiding you through this experience, we want to be there along the way. We want to help you along the way, and we're facilitating this relationship. We don't want a direct involvement from it, but it's a life change that is significant. You've got someone backing you through this, you're forming that relationship. Sure, there's one side generating leads and getting them organised, but then what about the conversion? What actually makes people commit to something as big as a home loan? That emotional connection. I had someone backing me, and as we found in many market research, be more inclined to actually commit to the product as well and be part of the community. We also want to leverage our member network. We know from discussions that we're about supporting each other. Our onboarding age is late 30s, and our average customer age is 51. So our current basis are people that are very knowledgeable. They've been through this experience. We've got the wealth of knowledge to share.
sure. So basically, as far as the financials go, we worked out this could be a self-contained business unit, could break even within 2 years, potentially turn profitable within 3 years. That's self-contained. That's just, is the person, on the fee we charge to the person. Is that it? Good. Questions?
Just a clarifying question. Is this a platform that actually matches buyers with sellers, or is it an educational platform?
What is it? Sure. So basically,
it's both. So what it does is it gives the opportunity for the buyer to use avenues that are already existing in the market to be able to market their property using the education tools that we provide, and then, sorry, the seller, with the education tools that we provide, and then provide the details through and connect the buyer to the seller through the avenues of our online platform.
So we utilise networks like realestate.com, and we'll be using that as a platform that feeds through. We have our branding list with page to page, feeds through to our network. People have more information from there, and then they're connected. They can organise, so that's the connection component, and then project management is how do you organise your appointments? Do you connect with this person and set up a meeting individually? Do you want us to help you out with the maintenance of the property? Do you want us to take care of the house inspections, taking out of that messy side of it?
And how do you get paid? Where's the monetisation side of this?
So we have 2 tiers of products. We have a basic tier of product, which both tiers cover you end-to-end, which is the selling process. The low tier of product includes evaluation for the house. It includes the listing of advertising on the It includes a platform for the seller to see bids coming through from the buyers, and then respond to comments via chat and messaging sort of functionality. And then it allows buyers, the seller to then accept the buyer. Also,
how do you get paid? Question.
So we get paid by the sellers. There's 2 tiers of products: a $2,000 product and a $4,000 product for the seller. The $4,000 product has on a customer care sort of factor in terms of we found that a number of our respondents to our surveys found they're a bit more uncomfortable with dealing directly with buyers. So we'll add in a personal element by bringing a person into the transaction, cover off on inspections and negotiation.
Is that called real estate agent, that person?
Yeah.
So I think this is very good, because as soon as you say you're going to remove the technical of a real estate agent from a real estate transaction, that really lights my ears up, because that has to happen. But you've also mentioned the word real estate economy they use as part of the strategy, and those guys will not lead on that, right? So, but you're trying to do a lot. And so the answer to what you do is, well, what do you do everything? You pick one thing. There's something in here. Someone's going to beat the real estate agent to have this transaction. It needs to happen. You're trying to be everything to everybody. And at the end, you're inserting a real estate agent. So
we have 13 competitors in the market. The 13
only 13. I get these 3 of these every startup weekend.
The 13 competitors go up to the advertising stage.
Time's up.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's hot in here.
Oh, look at that.
Thanks, Connie.
Big round of applause to team number 4.
So, how many of us here actually have kids? Yeah? Are we nervous about their financial future? Yes. I am. Stats show that in Australia, $32 billion in debt in credit cards. That's $4,300 per credit card holder. If they pay the minimum repayments for the next 31 years, that's $14,900 in interest repayments. What? It's shit.
We actually like
We've spoken to grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, everybody. And every single one of them has said, education is key for kids. But why? Why do we need to educate our kids? So they can make those financial goals, they can make those financial decisions for when they get to 18. They're not going to join that $32 billion. I promise, you will like it. So, we're here to solve the solution. We're here to solve that problem. And that problem being mini money manager. Yes. So, what is mini money manager, you're thinking? It's a game. It's a game for kids. They're going to be able to choose to do quests. Those quests we know as chores. Our housework gets done for us, and we pay them. So is it stop at that? Because that's already happening, right? But what the difference is, they can set goals. They can go, hey, I want to buy that softball. I want to go to Zebra. That's sweet. Well, how many chores do you need to do to get that? It's fun for kids. They're going to be able to compete against friends. They're going to have a leadership board. Friends are going to be going like, oh, how many chores have you got? I've got so much money. I get to go buy my new phone to play Pokemon Go. Do you? Yes. But the thing is, they're learning life skills about how to budget, how to save, how to make those decisions, and they don't even know it. There'll be fun, there'll be quizzes, there'll be games, things we can work on. So, who do we need to pitch this to? We need to have CUA members who already already have customers, already have children with us. They need to start using this. They need to go, yeah, this is fun. Kids are gonna love it. Those kids, are they gonna talk to their friends? Their friends are gonna go, hey mum, dad, I really need this app. I want to beat Joe Blow over there, who's going to SeaWorld in 2 weeks because he's made his bet 5 more times. We want both families to go, parents, they're coming in. They're coming to get our accounts. That is giving us the freedom to be able to go, hey parents, hey, what about your home loan? What about your personal loan? Let's tie up that credit card. We are making that circle. We are having friends tell their parents to come in. We are creating CUA members. So, we do have competitors out there, international and national. There's KB, that's Westpac one. We believe there's an ANZ. There's also GoHenry, there's also Spriggy. But what don't they have that we do? They're aiming it at the adults. The adults have got to control this. We don't have time for that. We don't have time. It's the kids that have the time to control this. The kids are going to be the ones bringing us, people, into our doors. So, what do we need to do? We have spent some time validating. We have 66 people already in the last 24 hours signed up to watch this. What we need is we need you. To make this happen, we have the will, we have the members, we have the target market. But what we need is we need you to help us build it. We need to go out there and validate it. We need to test it. We need to rework it, and we need to continually make it exciting for kids to teach them how to live through their next life events. We need you to help us with our purpose and make things happen for our future, our kids. We have a prototype. Check it out. It's exciting. We need you.
So you're trying to crack the you're trying to crack the pocket money fund, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's it worth?
It is worth members, new members to CUA.
That's great, but also it's worth the money. I mean, so they're having the money, I've heard billions.
Yep.
Right, as far as concerned. 2.7 million kids, right, that's not bad, right?
Yeah.
So, any numbers you want to measure around that?
So the total pocket money monthly size for the pocket money, is $1.4 billion. That's the statistics by Commonwealth Bank in 2013. We can't find any figure recently in 2016, but that's the best we can do.
It's an average of $10 per child.
Yeah, and 80%
that they're receiving at the moment.
You said you've got competitors already out there. What do you think the competitive advantage would be though for this?
Well, we had actually one of the people we interviewed was a CUA member, everything was CUA, their home loans, everything. But their kids had dollar amount accounts with CBA. So they actually wanted something to engage their kids. We didn't have it. They actually went to a competitor. So that's the fact that parents did that shows they want.
We have people nodding over here going, yeah.
So how do you actually make money? How do you make money?
We make money through loyalty. So if we can build this brand awareness and we have customers starting from 6 years old, by the time they get through to getting a personal loan for their first car or their first set of a credit card, CUA will be trusted for that.
And they will have a very good savings and spending history. So they will have a very good, there'll be ones that we want to lend to, not, they will be able to pay back their loans because they've got a good cycle in there.
There's no revenue in the actual.
There is revenue in the way that when it advertised for the adults, things like that, we can also upload trucks down below with what we've got. There's also potential to hook up with retailers, so when they choose their goal or the product the kid wants.
So you worked out how to do this, something like this?
We just made the mock-up within, 24 hours. The actual app itself. Only part that's really going to have any challenge is if we want to tie it directly into the CUA online banking. We already have an API through Nucleus in our current online banking to do that.
We have mentors in the room who have told us that people would be willing to work on this and it would take them about 8 days.
What's the connection between the credit card and
Just highlighting that we don't want people in unsecure positions, but we want to build great habits, we want a great society. We want a positive relationship with the kids.
Doesn't mean we're not gonna lend them, it just means that they're healthier lenders.
So you will sign a credit card?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
But they'll be able to pay it off better. Time's up. We're just waiting for Pete, our timer, to come back from the bathroom. Here he is. Big round of applause for Pete.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start, and I'm going to be talking to you about the CUA dream catcher process tonight. So, all of us have life goals, life events, and we all have dreams that we want to achieve. The biggest problem is that none of us have any idea how to achieve those dreams, or even where to start, especially when it comes to the financial aspect of it. So, here are some people that have a dream, and they would like to know how to achieve their dreams that we met today. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit, my apologies. Okay. So, CUA Dream Catcher is going to help you achieve your dreams, and I'm just going to walk you through a little scenario I have. Alright, so let's say my good friend Neil over here wants to buy a yellow Camaro for $80,000 because he's a huge Transformers fan. Alright, so that's his dream. In CUA Dream Catcher, he sets himself this target, puts up a little picture of the car, classifies it, and sets the amount. What we then do is we perform some analytics on their transaction history if they're a current CUA member. If they're not, we get them to import a CSV or a transaction history from another platform. We then perform an analysis on that transaction history, and we recommend ways, or we identify where they can put money towards their dream. So what we do then is, oh, hold on, there we go. What we do then is we suggest a few pathways to them, right? So CUA Dream Catcher is not pretty cheap. It's not going to insist that you save for everything. Maybe you want it today. Maybe you want a loan. Maybe you want to save for it, right? Maybe you want a combination, save for a little bit, then get a loan. So we give you all those options here. So let's say, for example, Neil wants to save for his car. He picks the save button, and on the next screen, it shows him a pathway, how long it's going to take, and sets up a new dream account for him, and automatically sets up a direct debit that goes into that account. Once that target is reached, he receives an email or an alert, and that lets him know that he's ready to buy his dream car. He can go for it, you know, if he selects to take a loan, he wants it today. It takes him to the loan page, he applies, and then when the loan settles, he gets another alert telling him that he's supposed to go out there and pick up his dream ride. Right. So, CUA Dream Catcher helps you get your dreams. So let's go back and look at the facts around this. Boom. Okay, so we went out and we surveyed over 500 people. So we conducted 8 surveys for 500 responses. So some key findings from those surveys are that 80% of people would rather learn how to budget better than receive a pay rise. Yeah, it's true. So,
We can give you the numbers later on.
yeah. So 92% of people prefer digital over actually going into a bank. And the other element, the other element of those key findings was our face-to-face interviews out in the streets. So we spoke to over 110 people, according to my friends over here, and we found, yeah.
The number one.
We found that most of the people that were interested in, okay, sorry, I forgot to, who's going to talk about it? I'll go through a key aspect of this, right? So we also perform peer-to-peer analytics. We build a profile based around your age, your geographic location, your income, for example. Yep. And then we compare you to other people in your peer group and identify where they are making savings that you are not. So for example, people in your peer group save $100 a month by shopping now, right? And then that sort of incentivizes you and can get you to improve your behavior to save towards your goals a little bit quicker. Okay, so this element of our proposal was the most excited about it. In an hour's time between QUT and King George Square, we got 25 people to pre-register. So if we asked them, if we launch this next week, would you want us to send you out an alert to get you to sign up for this? And all the people that we looked at that stage between 18 to 25, because our previous face-to-face interviews sort of identified that people in that age bracket were primarily interested. Oh, yeah. So, also another element of the sort of program is that when you do set a goal, based on the type of goal that it is, it invites you to join a CUA community or forum. We can share tips, tricks, and the sort of money-saving incentives with other members. So this really brings together the members helping members element of what we're trying to do. Yeah. Okay, and we're out of time.
So, this has happened before, right? Students will know where these type of things. What I think happens is these people like the idea, but for them to actually start to use that has always been a problem. As you see, that problem, and what's the monetization for CUA?
Okay, so just first, I'm just going to speak to the first part and go to the second part. So the first part is overcoming the problem of participation. People, the feedback we've got from people in the streets was that they are very lazy, right? They don't want to have to keep checking in, manually moving the money around, things like that. So that's why we try and make it, as soon as we identify several pathways for you, you click on them there and you set them up then, and then you can ostensibly just forget about it until your goal is reached and you receive that, feel real alert that you achieved your dream. Right? On the second part, when it comes to monetization, when we make those pathway recommendations, we can push CUA products. So we encourage people to take out our savings accounts, our term deposits, our loans. If you're saving up for a holiday, when your dream starts reaching its conclusion, we might send you out an invitation to buy some travel insurance, for example. So no, sorry. So people have said that they would use the app if it was free. So actually paying for the app creates a barrier to it, and we think that we'd be able to get more revenue out of it by products.
And with the millions of apps in the App Store, how the hell do they come do with those stores?
Can I answer the first question and the second question on that? It's not a new app, it's more on an add-on on it. It doesn't have another app icon on your phone, which you already have plenty of that. Most of that you're not using already. So you are using CUA app right now. It gives you another tab on CUA app which says Dreamcatcher, and you get all the analytics on that. You get all the feedback, all the things on that. It takes you to community things.
How many people actively use the CUA app today?
Right. Currently, we have close to 65% of member base which use online banking, uses mobile app, and they prefer mobile app over the website. But the same add-on can be added on the website side as well. So if you log onto a computer or a laptop, you can see the same features and benefits. Going back to Rob's first question that you asked about monetary value, sorry to interrupt on that. I actually interviewed few other people, few other mentors who are not CUA members personally, and they said if we actually save and we can show savings every month, a dollar amount, they're happy to give a percentage of that saving. So for example, if we can show them in 31 days, after 31 days, they're saved $100, they're happy to give away $10 after that.
Did you ask that question?
Yes, yes. They gave the percentage. They gave the percentage.
No, this is for a participant who gave up the most. I think about it now. So we have 2 pitches left. Are we all doing it so far?
Yes.
Great. All right. Big round of applause for team 6.
Welcome to my virtual home. In the current world, there is a generation gap here in Australia between those who own a home and those who don't own a home. And increasingly, the Australian dream of owning your own home is seen as unattainable by the next generation. My virtual home is about closing that gap and helping those people, if they want to, make that bridge. First home buyers are struggling to enter the market. The numbers of loans going to the first homeowner are flat, but we have an increasing population. As a share, they're decreasing. Many are giving up on the dream before even analysing what's involved. And we've engaged with many people today who just said, no, I can't do that. And when we talk to them, we see there's something else. So what is my virtual home? What we're doing is we're drawing information from various sources and bringing it to one place. Information, what's the motivation of a buyer? Do they want to occupy or invest? Tell us about the property you want. Where? Tell us about yourself. Have you saved a deposit? And then more stuff. We're going to plug into that data from APIs around the market, pricing, and the same. Information from CUA about rates, about products, and about the processes they need to go through. And in the end, we're creating my virtual home, generating a visualization of a property that this person can aspire to. We start, why do you want to buy? 10 coins, all the different reasons. Tell us, we want your motivation. Is it financial? Is it to get away from your parents? Is it because you want to get married? You've got kids coming. These are things that both engage the customer with this process and also help CUA engage with the customer in the future. We've built a working model that draws information on the property that a person wants to buy, that draws on Who's comment? On the location, where do they want to buy? Uses that to determine a price, median data on that property. Moving forward, we ask about themselves, how many, saving capacity, income, and so on. Continue. How much have they saved so far? Where are they on the journey? And then we advance to the core page in the middle. We tell them they have their dream home. Where are they? Is it achievable? How long till they can save that deposit? How long till they can pay off that loan? Here's the plan, raising that deposit over time. They can look at it, they can visualize it. And here's the mortgage plan to pay it off. We've got an optimizer that helps them go through the process. We won't demonstrate this now, but number one, can you save more? We've seen some tools presented tonight already that are doing just that. But also what we're going to do is things like find the highest interest rate product for your deposit. Here's a CUA product in here that's going to help people who commit to their plan maximise their interest rates, because CUA is certainly very competitive in the market. So as we move forward, we're back to the presentation. So the business model, what is this for CUA? Well, we know the home loan and the transaction account are the engine room of CUA. So primarily it's a market engagement tool. We're targeting from 16, from kids who are thinking about where they want to live. My daughter knows the street she wants to live on. She knows the house she wants to own. She can make that her virtual home, even at this age. And she can see what she's got to do over the next 15 or 30 years, judging on the house she's chosen, she's got to do to own it. We can market savings products. It's a potential investment and potentially investment products also. We have fantastic data gathering on prospective customers. This is not only for CUA customers, it's going broadly. And it applies to both the savings products and the home loans. You know how they're progressing on saving that deposit. You know when they're going to come and look for a product. Marketing channels. CUA members, we've got some info. We know we can pitch this product to them easily. Loan applicants have still got some distance to travel. We're going to get them early and we're going to try and sell an additional product. Viral channels. Once you've got your virtual home, share it, network, bring it to other people. I'm going to skip because I'm running out of time. Validation. Proof of validation. See that guy? He's a CUA member. He loved the product so much he joined the team. We've been out in the field, all right? And what we're doing, we're talking to anyone without a home loan. We've validated with around 40 people. Competitors, no one is looking at that first step to ramp up the program.
That's fantastic. Where are you from? Where are you from?
That's all right.
Really good problem. That was the best problem I've actually heard. That was fantastic. I'm still not 100% sure how you're going to deliver this. So how are you going to deliver this? What's the format of the service?
The format is really for people, you know.
On a website, basically. Is that the answer?
Well, there is a website, but you know, one of the starting channels that we didn't describe in detail is that 6 out of 10 people who walk into a CUA office wanting a home loan walk away disappointed.
How are you going to deliver it? Great. How are you going to deliver this? There's a question there in the answer.
The fundamental, it's a website.
The other thing is, we've got with the other one too, is that like, it's only saving and preparing for a home loan. That definitely 11 years before that, when you buy an iPad, is what that's something that exists 6 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand you're trying to get, in these life journeys, you're trying to get this long run thing. You really have to think about the system, the thing that advisor can get across, more than the tech. So
yeah, and it's going to live, you know, they'll choose that loan. We can update it monthly or quarterly. What's happening in the market? What's happening with interest rates? How are they progressing against that plan?
So do you see like some sort of virtual avatar home? Is this theoretical sort of social, economic, sort of some of the things?
What decisions you have to make? Are you going to save more for that? Do you want to save a product to help you get there?
What are you going to do if you're showing people that the room's getting further away? Because the interest rates on their saving is lower than the rate of increase in private use price.
We want to engage all the customers who are coming to see us. We don't want them to go disappointed. We are making a plan for them to save that money, how quicker they can save, and we are showing the dream. they choose a location. We, on the website, we didn't tell you that there is no median house price of the house in the locality which they have chosen in that one. And based on that one, what is the deposit they are having at the current moment? And how many years the lab protects, how many years does it needs to fulfill its rate? And what is the time to pay the home loan for dependent for that? And in 5 years' time, the situation might change, salary might increase, or some other things. That's what we wanted to put on like, and if they are pregnant or anything else or anything.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. What's the monetisation for CUA?
Accelerating people who are moving towards borrowing by helping them save faster so they walk in the door being one soon, and engaging with a broader market of people. The problem is your competitors are selling a loan, selling a product. The challenge for the customer is getting the deposit, and there's no product that is focusing on that challenge, the barrier, the life experience, which is raising that 105,000 or whatever they need.
Time's up.
No, that's a business plan. Yeah, that's true.
Twins in the corner. It's a very nice picture tonight. Massive round of applause.
Okay. Going back to the theme tonight, how does CUA provide unique product and service around key life events to attract new members? I want to start looking at attracting new members by providing peace of mind. I want to provide peace of mind by ensuring your bills are paid on time every month. Every month, you never miss out. We will give you your time and your money back, all of you. Financial literacy has been decreasing in Australia for the past 15 years. A report made last year by ANZ Bank found 7.9 million people, which is 25% of the adult population, is financially illiterate or lacks some sort of financial literacy. As technology has developed, people's financial literacy has decreased because they've become lazy. You don't need to look after your products anymore. You don't need to look after your finances. You've got to transfer the money at the last minute. You're not organised anymore. Let's be disruptive. Let's get out there. Let's find products and let's develop something that no other product or no other provider in the market currently has. Look at these products by these. I don't know who the second one is. Unknown. I like it. It's really disruptive technology. Not only changes the way people think, but the way that they operate. What is our proposition? Let's pay people's bills for them. We've got everybody's transaction accounts. We've got your financial information, and you pay your bills through CUA account. So why can't we do that for you? What is the process? Why can't we just use BPayView? BPayView isn't available by all billers. Some billers have it, some billers don't. So we're going to produce an information system which will allow people to pay their bills using CUA online banking without them ever needing to receive the bill. The bill will be delivered either by post or by digital to CUA, and we use OCR software to talk about it. Now, let's get real here. We need a minimal viable product. We can't build this massive system right away. It's going to take you long and it will cost too much money. It's simple. Let's digitalize people's mail now and further our partnership with Australia Post. Let's be ready. We need to build it with existing products that we have. We've got Nuance who does Siri. Anyone here use Siri? Yeah. Talibank it. Nuance builds in as well, but they also do things with PDF recognition. They can go through a document and look at what you need. And we can integrate it into banks and have a BPay-like record. This is what we can have here. So just down the side there, this is an example of what we can have. We get your bill, a physical copy, And then we put it on the website. We pay it for you. We've got digital now, physical, and there's the smart processes that we've already mapped that could do this. Here's the brain, boring stuff, let's just get this one. And now let's talk about the money. Where is the money coming from? We can monetize this by looking at people's spending habits. We can look at what they're already doing, and we can suggest cheaper products. We can say to people, we give you $20 a month back by paying your bills earlier, and then we get their deposits. Where is the money going? System design, licensing support, marketing, boring stuff. We don't care about it too much. We're going to get increased deposits because people have more money in their account. We're going to sell systems as payments, and we're going to increase memberships targeted at Gen Y. Gen Y people are lazy. I'm Gen Y, I'm lazy, I hate paying my bills as well. So we're just putting that out there. We want technology to do it for us. So if we get more members, these are people who are moving into life stages where they will be getting mortgages. We need the deposits, we need mortgages, we need more money. We want to grow, we want 1 million members. We need to do something big that nobody else has ever done. We can provide recommended products. We can connect to other banks. Other banks already have APIs. We can polypay. Why don't we pay payments through other institutions? So a customer can come to us, we put a third party app. We then pay all their bills. They don't even know that they're a CUA member anymore for now. We're paying it out of their common market account. We're sucking that money out and then passing it out all through to all the billers. And we're going to disrupt the status quo. We could become a second tier, maybe if we're really, really lucky, a first tier bank. Are the customers recommended? Interested? We only looked at 20 or 30 people because we only started today. We have 7 people on the street. We have 30 responses, and most people, over 70% of people, were interested in this product. Speaking of staff, a lot of people here were also interested in it. There was a bit of backlash. People like their control. Questions? Anybody in the audience? If we've got questions later on for these guys.
So, answers any difference directed.
At the moment, non-book providers also provide direct debit, and you can suggest that you've got money there. What we're looking at doing is we will reserve the money the moment it goes into your account. We put it into a hidden transaction account that you can't see, and we wait for it for the bill to be due. If the bill's due in 45 days, you've already got the money sitting there, you're accruing interest for that 45-day period. If you pay the bill early, you're going to be losing the interest accrual. So for the customer, to them, it's going to be that the money is coming out of nowhere. We're actually going to just be providing the interest that they usually get. So we can provide them a little bit of money every month.
So Zach, have you looked to see whether there's any other products like this on the market?
There's products that provide some sort of management, but no complete system that looks after everything, and none that integrate into every bank. Maddie here helped, and Kurt was helping as well, but he's rushed home at 1 o'clock or something.
You're gonna get bills, you're gonna OCR scan them, head it apart, put them in a database, and pay people bills on time after it's requested their money away into a secret part of their transaction account.
They've been disrupted.
That's pretty disruptive.
Why will the other banks allow access?
The APIs already exist, so one thing, can they stop us? Probably. Secondly, if they do try to stop us and their customers want it, they're going to move from those other banks to our institution.
Yeah.
We're looking for more main bank customers, and that's exactly what we'll get if we're providing a solution where they don't have to bank. They don't have to worry about banking, they spend their money.
So that way will we make money?
We make money by having more deposits. So that's going to reduce the cost of our lending, and by having more main bank customers, as Gen Y, who are moving into a transitional period of their life where they're paying their mortgages, eventually these people are going to be getting home loans as well, and it will grow our customer base. So with some of the research methods get passed, if we get about 25,000 customers of each of the big bags, which is very conservative, just as not even as CUA customers that are using our APIs, which already exist, these banks already provide them.
What's the sale pitch, basically? Come to us because what?
You don't need to think anymore.
So this is good. Why are they going to pick up? You sell it multiple accounts and price, so they stay sticky. You've got to be that much more desirable to break that inertia, break that lack of inertia.
I think when people start talking about it with their friends, it will spread, and being an institution that offers something like that would be attractive to young people.
Thumbs up. I need to now steal the judges away. So
Well
Peter
done.
has
Oh.
9, there's Peter out here. I'm going to say
You're putting me in place.
You can see that in the cheeks.
Good job, good pitch.
Well done. How do you
Maybe next year.
did say it was tough. It was amazing. That was impressive. I love it. I really love it. At the point in time. The thing is that I literally like and they were like, okay, let's practice this beat. We practiced like 5 rounds. It was there. They have one time to sit. It's just like beautiful. Practice. I think I actually lost my 60 minutes got missed off of it and then realized it was really before I did first. Yeah, I think it's good just like no. Everybody else is sorry about talking about. Oh, there you go. These are just things I'm saying. The last one I was like, oh, that's smart. Like, I know to do that, but here it's I'm literally trying to ask you a question and give you 5 seconds to respond. Right at the end. That's where he is when he that's my moment up. Let's get out of those going into it. It's like 54 hours, this is easy. I'm not people it's like an academic thing, so you can kind of take a mental break. Obviously, you do well, and then we pick the topic in an emotional way. Me, my partner, sister, my mum, extra level count as well. First one of my friends works on the mission. She's actually quite bubbly and happy and we told her, I was like, alright, and we even asked the magic it's just so fun. Yeah, I'll be whatever. I'm actually amazing. We were like, we can't fix it. It's what I'm saying. School. It was fun. And the popped up. There was 0 initiative at the moment. We went to NGOs, we went back to the NGOs, surely we had submissions. Nobody's the way you are. And then we went, that's wrong. So we built the survey around question 3. One of the options was question 4. Can we help you fill those needs? And question 5, what services needs? What we could do is look at it and it's like number 1, financial system. Just listing we need financial What's going to help you do Just wanted to say, well done this weekend. Put a bit one eye on you on the weekend. Want to see what you very good explaining like basic, very complex technical from networking rollouts like I've never done it, but I have. Yeah, so it's Tuesday tonight. So if you want to work in like project development, work on the IT side of digital stuff, then that's a cinema, right? So that's those. So I'm saying, hey, I'm done. I work in CUA Melbourne. I want to work on tech. She's not here tonight, but you can send her an email. Like she's really focused, really hard. I came to see where the work is, and 5 years later, for him. But all I tell them, if you want to get people to like, okay, so what am I going to do now? I want to see what I need to do. One thing, probably they take and come back to the office
And when you're going to start bringing your seats, and you're going to have to do this. That's not very
Thank you very much.
What are you
That's all I got in me. That's all I got. That's all I can offer. Somebody saw me looking around for food, and then the plate just magically appeared from heaven. No, it's not able to direct transit. I'll find you some.
If you'd like to grab your seats, we're going to kick off the results. Please grab your seats. Grab your seats, please. All right, let me say it again. Kick off the awarding of prizes. Cool. Awesome. Well done. How we all doing? What's the no judging, or no official counselling judging room should know it's actually quite peaceful. So we're going to go through the place getters. Overall, we're awarding 3 key prizes for teams, and then a number of prizes for individuals in particular. So I'm going to go through very quickly just what each place getter basically gets as prizes, and I'm going to drag one of the judges up to announce each of the actual winners of those prizes. Awesome. So to kick off. So the first prize that we're announcing is called the most innovative or creative solution. This team will win $500 cash. Cash is always good. A Microsoft HoloLens experience. So you actually go as a team to Microsoft, you get to sign an NDA, and you get to experience their new HoloLens piece of kit. Great. I'm going to drag Steve up to announce this prize. Steve, if you want to come up. Congratulations to Steve.
So the winner, start doing drum roll,
Very, very fitting this one to Microsoft Virtual HoloLens, my virtual health.
So Steve really loved your one. He
was the only one.
No, he wasn't. But Steve in particular really likes your one. So you should have a chat afterwards and get some more feedback on that one as well. The next prize is for the best traction. And this team is going to win, again, $500 cash. Some AWS credits to actually go on and build your tech as well. 1 hour mentoring session together. Volunteer this time spontaneously in the room. And here is going to announce the team that gets to win this prize.
And the winner is Mini Money Manager.
I'd like to grab Paul up to AWS front. Big round of applause for Paul.
Yeah, I guess Amazon Web Services, we get regularly involved in funding startups. And what you don't know about Amazon Web Services, we're a platform people can build technology on. So we're going to fund and build, allow these guys to build on our platform this minimum viable products and take the next step. As Bob mentioned, let's actually make this happen and put it in the market. So
well done. And that leaves the overall winner of the first ever CUA Hackathon. So this team wins $5,000 cash. A set of Kindles for everyone on the team. For 1 1 hour mentoring with Steve Baxter. Thanks, Steve. I'm going to grab Rob, your, not all of yours, but the CEO of CUA to announce the overall winner.
Hey, look, the ambition was strong, the passion was strong, it was all very difficult to do. But at the end of the day, we can only have one winner. So congratulations to the CUA Angels.
So we'd like to donate this $5,000 to the CUA Angels idea to help start helping these people through that life change.
Site, please, and distribute it to everyone who's here, so we can support you.
Rob, if we're donating this money. I don't want to put you on the spot. I know you probably don't do more, but. $5,000 to get this program underway. I'll sell 10 credit cards.
Awesome, well,
So this is the opposite way we're handing it.
Chicks bounced.
So if you do actually do that funding campaign set up, I will absolutely share it for this lecture. I will be open registrations. There are a lot of people on this side of the room, while you might see it saying that they do donate as well. So definitely set it up. Awesome, and I'm not even finished. So we actually have a lot more individual prizes now. So for these, I'm actually going to grab Sue to come up and present some of these individual prizes. So we came up with a new one spontaneously on the basis of the event and stuff that happened. And this is for best pivot, the individual that did the best pivot.
And the winner is Matt.
From my virtual
From
home.
my virtual home.
So Matt, you guys take a photo. Matt has won an iPad. So if you didn't hear the story, Matt actually came to this event yesterday as a CUA member for the focus group session. He stayed around, ate our soup, and then decided he loved one idea so much that he'd stay and work on it. He worked entirely through the night, did not sleep, went down to Rescue Labs, wrote the product for the team. They came in this morning, helped them more design it, and he still hasn't slept. So, give it a applause for that. For the next prize, I'd like Catherine from Microsoft to come up. Give her an applause for Microsoft.
So Microsoft's really grateful to be a part of this event. There's been lots of energy over the last couple of days, and I've been really excited to be a part of this whole process. So we'd really love to offer this particular prize to a certain individual to participate in a program that we've got coming up in the next month. We're fortunate enough, Microsoft has programs that sponsor startups for FISBA, and we have a number of accelerators around the world, and one of them happens to be in London. The resident CEO and managing director of that program happens to be coming out here, and we've got a 2-day boot camp that we're running. So what he's going to be presenting on is really all the learnings about the 400 accelerators that have experienced the Microsoft Accelerator program. And we'd love to be able to offer one place. There's 35 places that's going to be in this boot camp for 2 days. So we'd love to offer a place to a specific individual over the 2 days. So
Awesome.
So the winner is, we're giving him the title, Best One Day Hack.
His day job yesterday, couldn't work, came in this morning, runs with a PC and a pretty good setup, and your girlfriend, what? I'm sorry? Beyonce, and one other, and had, what you saw is that final pitch, that was a result of working from this morning to this afternoon, so well done. We have 3 more prizes still to go. First off, Best Yammer. So we talked about the social media prizes, internally the Yammer channel. Best Yammer. I'm actually not sure what you mean. I don't know. But Best Yammer. Oh, yeah, okay. That's a good prize. Big round of applause for Francis Saturn. Next prize is Best Overall Social Media. Best Overall Social Media. And the winner is John Clark. It's one that, and this is always my favourite one. So we talk about the spirit of the weekend. This one I know wasn't a good weekend, it's like half a week, whatever. But the spirit of the event, I talked a lot about giving, about donating energy and time to others and helping. And the winner, gift voucher and a box of chocolates. Give her an applause. For Sarah.
Okay, I just wanted to say a special thank you to people. So, Melissa and I started talking about properly about 8 months ago now, and I just want to say an enormous thank you to her and to Sinead for making this whole event possible. They've done an absolutely fantastic job. Thanks very much, guys. You've been absolutely amazing. Yes.
There's also a lot of others to thank as well. So all of our sponsors, stand up, put your hands up if you're a sponsor. I know AWS, Microsoft, there the last 48 hours as well, actually being here helping you, and also really expressed interest yesterday as staying engaged post-event. So I know a lot of you didn't have your tech up yet over the last few days, but they are very keen to continue to help you. So yes, absolutely well done to all of them. Big round of applause to our judges. There are a lot of mentors. Any of the mentors in the house? Where are you? Oh, did I stand up? The entire organising team, so all the white shirts, the RCL crew choir, thank you very much, man. Peter Ellis, who had to bail, but all the organisers, massive round of applause, really appreciate that. Sweet. So I do want to say on behalf of River City Labs, it has been an absolute pleasure in this partnership with you guys, delivering this event. Also the Sponsored Entrepreneurs Program. So CUA actually sponsor 5 startups to go through a 3-month white touch program at the labs. They're currently just over halfway through that. So they'll be coming in soon to actually pitch to you guys as well. But fantastic partnership. Thanks very much for your support as well. It's been incredible. So big round of applause for CUA. So what's next? I like to point this out. So you are that, doesn't come out very well here, but you are that red contagion in the middle, patient 0. You need to now go back to your day jobs, your CUA staff in particular, and infect everyone around you with this new way of thinking, this customer-focused, customer-centric development. Take that back and be the contagion in your workplace and affect that cultural change. Fundamentally, this event was about cultural change, experience-based learning, and it's awesome that we actually had some stuff come out that has some potential legs as well. But please play that role. 2 other shout-outs. I have to pitch them, always be closing. MiraD, so the latest River City Labs Accelerator program just open for applications. If you know of any awesome startups that you think would benefit from the program, please direct them to the River City Labs website to find out more. And also, while this is a conversation I'd love to have with you, but Startup Catalyst. So Steve founded 2 years ago, taking 20 high-achieving, tech-savvy youths to Silicon Valley for 10 days on a fully funded mission. To basically expose them to new ways of thinking, but thinking more globally, and infect them with this startup mentality so that when they come back, they don't go and join consulting firms or top-tier firms, but they actually become CTOs in startups or for startups. And we just got some funding to expand that. So now doing international missions for startups, but importantly, corporate executives. So I'd like to take your team over to Silicon Valley or London as a way of actually funding those youth missions. So again, if you know anyone that's eligible, they're really smart, young, tech-savvy people that you think would make awesome startup founders. We need more awesome startup founders in this country, and we need more founders who think globally. So please help us on that mission as well. That's it. So now we all have to get together. We have to do a group photo, so I think based on the lighting, we're going to stand in front of that screen.
Before you do that, but I think, let's face it, at the end of the day, a lot of this is because of how well this has been made. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And I think in particular we should acknowledge Aaron and Koa. They've done that. Yes, group photo, they got to stand up for that after. So we're going to go down that into the room for the group photo. We're going to go down that way.
Tall people at the back. Tall people at the back. Swatch up. Alright, swatch up. Everyone at the back, come on, quick, quick. Question, pretend like you just spent 48 hours together. Swatch up, swatch up, swatch up. Alright, so we're going to do, first up, we have to do a serious one. All our serious ones. So running serious.
Which camera are we looking at?
Alright, now your most bizarre face and shout out CUA. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure how much more it's going to be. Oh shit, is my laptop on number 25? Oh, no. My laptop is on number
Someone has my phone shot to the next guy. Anyone? What's that? Confused. Whatever it is.
And the winner is? Hold on. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Yeah, like, oh, nice. I went to if you graduate when you're 30, you still have like 37 years of That's awesome. Yeah.
and your name was called, and I'm like, oh my God. Since it was the call, I was
Well, I wanted to.
No, but I can't find anyone more situations in that room, in this whole room tonight, that deserves you should be very proud.
I like to hold it enough that it wasn't tried for that until after
Absolutely. And so you're paying the room and I'm like, clusters.
Congratulations.
Showing the first
Yeah.